the leading cause of death among children is no longer a car accident, is no longer illness or malnourishment. The leading cause of death among children is a firearm. The leading cause of death of children, do you hear that, my Republican colleagues, is a firearm. America's gun epidemic is unmatched by any of our peer nations in the world. No American is safe from it, and the American people are sick and tired of it. But we also have a problem, a big problem, here in the United States Senate. A big problem in the United States Senate. The problem in the Senate is simple. Too many members on the other side of the aisle are disconnected from the suffering of the American people. Too many members on that side care more about the NRA than they do about families who grieve. The NRA has made it all but impossible for even the bare minimum to move forward in Congress. And the other side is all too ready to bow in obeisance to the NRA in service of their whims. Madam President, these types of shootings used to be rare. So rare, in fact, that each occurrence stood apart as a singular event. But now these shootings happen so frequently that the nation can barely keep up. Barely mourn the 10 people shot in the grocery store in Buffalo before being rocked to our collective core by the slaughter of 19 elementary school children in the predominantly Latino community of Uvalde, Texas. These shootings happen everywhere. Movie theaters, churches, synagogues, concerts, nightclubs, grocery stores, college campuses, high schools, elementary schools with beautiful children getting ready to move out into the prime of life. We must act to have it end. Not thoughts and prayers, action. You may have noticed that when they aren't offering thoughts and prayers to distract from their inaction, many of my Republican colleagues focus on the motives of the shooters instead of focusing on the obvious common denominator. They talk about the real villain being mental illness and say nothing of the fact that we are a nation suffocated by firearms. Rates of mental illness are more or less the same across the developed world. The U.S. is not an outlier on mental illness, but we are an outlier in the sheer number of guns available in this country. That is why we have so many shootings and other Western countries don't. It's unacceptable that there are not 10 members of the Republican caucus willing to save lives, find a way to do it. And yet, that's where we are.